Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and I'm going to get a haul video done this evening. These are things that I bought last weekend and I've already been yard selling for this weekend. So I need the space and I need to get through this stuff. So...
And you congratulate your husband because you have no space, even though it's more your fault than mine.
You
I'm
know,
blaming you.
when sourcing is really good, there's a double-edged sword to that because I'm running out of space. And then I still have my online auction stuff out in my building, and I have tons of clothes that need to get worked on. In fact, there's a pile right here. I've already done all the measurements, and somebody hasn't taken the pictures yet. So we'll get through it. This week we're going to dedicate a lot more time trying to get things processed and listed.
We had a lot of things going on this week.
We have a lot of stuff going on.
So
we do. All right, so I'm going to start with, it's mostly stuffed animals because you were busy last weekend, right?
I've been busy since last weekend.
Yeah, he's been busy. And so I went outsourcing by myself. So when it's just me, it's a lot more plush than other stuff. So let me just show you some of the things I picked up. And a lot of this, I paid $1 or less. But a lot of times it's bundles and I don't figure it out. I keep a little spreadsheet on my phone for those of you who, want to know how do you keep track of everything. And all I do on this on this spreadsheet is every time I go somewhere and I spend cash, yard sales, I write it on the spreadsheet. Otherwise, we have a dedicated credit card just for our business stuff. And if I can, I use a credit card. That way, at the end of the year, we just download it and we've got all the information we need. So that was a side thought.
So all the cash stuff gets lumped in as these 14 things cost $9.
Right.
And not
I
this
do not
plush
itemize
costs $1
it.
and this plush costs 75 cents.
I don't itemize. It's just if I spend $50 at a yard sale, I write $50 down. My accountant told me, whatever you do, be consistent. So this is how I do it. All right. Picked up a lot of vintage plush. That's always my first thing I go looking for is vintage. So this is by Superior Toy Novelty. The tag says Korea. I have found that a lot of the vintage stuff was made in Korea. So it's just very cute. Not going to be big dollar. Probably in the $10 to $12 range. I do think you picked this up. So he stops. He'll be going somewhere and he'll see a yard sale. It's like squirrel for him. But he did pick this up. It's still in its bag. It is Gone's Cottage Collectibles, $19.95. Teddy bear. Probably still only in the, again, 8 to 12 or so. This is very cute. But this is something you picked up. Oh yeah, he paid $1. It's Cloud Island. Some Cloud Island things sell for a lot, and then sometimes it doesn't. I have not had this before, so I'm not even going to try to guess. I'm hoping 20. We'll see when I do the comps. Which way? This way? This way? Somewhere in here.
Over your face. Yeah,
over my face. Actually, we need a little room. I think I'm staying too far in the middle. Again, 50 cents. This is a Lovey. It says Healthy Baby. This isn't one that I've had before, so I'm not quite sure. But still, if nothing else, I'm hoping for at least $10 for it. This doesn't have a tag, but I am pretty confident this is Decor. It's spelled D-A-E-K-O-R. I pick these up all the time. You can look these up. They're called Decor Potbellies. And some of the plush are little like this, and some of them are bigger. And there are avid collectors out there for them. And I very seldom keep these in stock, but I'm thinking probably $12 to $15, but sometimes they're more depending on the animal. This is a glowworm, probably play school. The tag's missing. This is more contemporary. There are vintage ones that are like this that are very sought after. A lot of times, though, when you find them, either their glow stick, which they have a stick inside of them, is missing, or it's so corroded. But every once in a while, I find one, and there's a green one, and there's one with like pajamas on, and then there's some more current ones that were like in the 80s that were pink and blue and green, and I think they had stars or moons or something on them. All of those, I always look for them, but I'm not going to poo-poo this either. Can I say that? I like the glowworms. Hopefully it works.
I don't know if you can say it. Can you say it? Yes. Should you say it? I don't know.
That's my word, poo-poo. I thought this was Jellycat when I first picked it up, but it is Baby Goond Chub Penguin. Something tells me that this is probably $6 to $10 just because of its size, but it is a rattle. I could be wrong because I've seen other things that are Goond Chub Penguin, and they do sell for a little bit more, but I've not had that. This is TB Trading Company. I think TB Trading Company and MTY International and Dandy International, I think they were all kind of the same. I'm not sure though. But this is so cute. This rabbit holding a little felt, I guess, basket of some kind. It's definitely vintage. More than likely, I'm going to list this between $20 and $25. Fail. My honey picked this up. He tries. He really does listen to me, because I tell him, if you see Cabbage Patch dolls and they have their clothes on, a lot of times I still pick them up because the clothes are worth money, but it's the vintage ones. And this one isn't vintage. This is Mattel. And probably the clothes aren't going to be worth anything either. But of course I had to show this. Just, this is not what you purchase. So I'll try to take the clothes off. I have other Cabbage Patch stuff that is more contemporary, and I may just make a lot of the clothes. But the doll is dirty, and they're difficult to clean, and they stay snagged. So
I spent a good part of my life being an example of what not to do. So this
just
fits right in, yeah.
Yeah. This looks like a character that seems familiar. This is Starshine. Oh, Susie Zoo. I have a feeling he had a hat or something, but actually, I must have bought these at the same place, because this is Susie Zoo also. So depending on whether one of them is worth anything, I may just lot them together. But very cute. Yeah, they've got the same tag. Starshine. I'm trying to see if there's a date. Just Susie Zoo. Very cute. I love these. Probably, I'm hoping 30 to 40 for the two. This is Walmart. Oh, Walmart and Animal Adventure 2019. I'll remove this tag because there's no way I'm going to try to get the price tag off of this. I don't know. I didn't buy this. This was him again, which it's still a good buy because this is something I would buy. I've mentioned this before. The older the toy is that's from Animal Adventure, usually the more it's worth. So this is just 2019, but I'm hoping at least $10 to $12 for it also, and it might be more. This is Disneyland, Walt Disney World. This has got the older cloth vintage tag. I like picking these up. They're not always worth a whole lot. She's got some, oh, her ribbon. That won't be so bad. I thought it was a bad stain, but it's the glue that held the ribbon right there. But I'm still hoping this is like probably 12 to 15. Russ. It says Dimples on there. The tag has got a stain of some kind on it. Probably still only going to be about $6 to $8, but I still love to pick up the vintage plush. This is a Plush. I think it's, yeah, 1985. It does have its paper tag, which is going to add a little bit to my price. But still, probably teddy bears are just one of the things that take a little bit longer for me to sell, unless it's something highly sought after. But I'll still probably list this for probably my $10 range. And then this is Snuggle Bear. I think I already have another one of these listed. I'll have to go double check. But the bigger ones sell for a whole lot more. But this is probably still $8 to $10, but I don't remember. Character toys, love them. This is Sully. It says Disney Parks. Sometimes the Disney Parks ones go for more. This is a smaller one, so I'm still hoping he's going to be in the $15 to $20 range. But it's funny is the day that I picked this up, I had a Facebook Marketplace meetup and sold one just like this. I think she paid me $20 for it. So this is one of the pillow pets, but it's Sully, also from Monsters, Inc. So more than likely, if the tag and everything is the same, I'll probably just go to my old listing and do sell similar and won't have to worry about taking pictures of him. Sometimes I just pick up stuff because it's cheap and why not? This is Toy Story, which is always very popular. I paid $1 for it. It's just some little kid cups. I think it was only like $8 to $10, but I thought, you know, it's only $1. And then, of course, I'll have to take the clearance tag off. This is Jurassic World. You'll always see a lot of them will have this here, and then sometimes you'll see like it's got the scratch marks, like it's been something. I paid, I believe, $1 at a yard sale. I have not comped this yet, but usually I do really, really well with Jurassic World and Jurassic Park stuff. This is an Eden Beatrix Potter Peter Rabbit plush. I think I have other ones like this. They're not big sellers for me, but I always try to save these because they're just cute, and somebody's going to want this in a nursery that they're doing in the Peter Rabbit design. This was another vintage plush from Disneyland. Obviously, it's Goofy. I think he was in the 50 cents to $1 that I paid. I haven't had him before, and he's kind of a larger plush, so I'm hoping probably in the $20 range for him. I have been selling the heck out of Loveys. And so here's another one. This is Carter's. Sometimes the ones with these blue stripes are worth more. I don't know. I might have to double check this one, but I haven't done the comps on it yet. But I think there was like a 50 cent or, yeah, no, $1 for it. Just something different. I've seen lots of people, I watch a lot of resellers also, and they always talk about the single stitch shirts. So I did notice this at an estate sale the other day, so I picked it up. I think she charged me $1 for it, and it's Islander, and it's got, you know, some type of Pacific type theme going on, and it is a made in the USA little tag. So I'll look to see if I can find something similar, or I may throw it up for a $9.99 auction. You know, it just really depends. This is a box of Plush. I went ahead and picked it up. It says $8 on here, but I think she went ahead and when I just kind of looked at it, she went, would you take it for $5? So I think I paid $5. And this is the plush that caught my attention the most. This is that Michigan, he's from Warner Bros. Michigan something frog, I believe. And usually he does quite well. And I kind of browsed the comps and I didn't see anything like him. So more than likely, and he's got the little suction cup on him, more than likely I'm going to probably list him for $25. So he's the one that got me buying it. But there were some other cute ones. I've had him before. They're usually only like $5 to $10. but it's the Warner Bros. And they're laying on their bellies. There was a K&M. I think it makes noise. A little hedgehog. It was just a whole bunch of little stuff in here. A lot of it was vintage. This is Russ, but the little bell is missing its dinger. This is a dog by Cuddle Me Toys, a vision of Kelly Toy. This is vintage. It says made in the USA in Kelly Toy. More than likely he's going to be probably $10 to $12 also. But there was just a lot of littles in there. Do you remember how much you paid for this? It caught my attention. I think they were $1, right?
I think $1.
I think they were $1. We've just kind of sorted in the last few months gotten into clothing. And again, it's like I like the vintage. That's what catches my eye. And I saw this jacket, and I can't find anything that's comparable on eBay. There's a lot of tan jackets, but there's none with this neckline, this collar, striped collar. But it's Izod Lacoste, and it does have the alligator on there. But I'm hoping that I'm probably going to list this for probably $40 to $50. But just an example of things that I look for. It's what draws me. Today I bought a vintage nightgown. It's just, I must be an old soul to go along with my old body.
Usually we buy jeans because
usually we buy jeans.
We find some of the yard. We had a yard sale last weekend where this came from, and they wanted $10 to $20 for their jeans depending on what they were. And then today it was, we picked up 20 pair for I think it was about 20 pair for $20 at one yard sale, and then another yard sale they were $2 each. So we've been fortunate enough to find a lot of that $1 to $2, maybe $3 for jeans, and then every now and then somebody's doing crazy prices like $10 to $20 for a pair of jeans.
And we're not looking for the high dollar stuff. We're of the mind that we're gonna stick with like the normal stuff, the mall brand stuff, American Eagle and Levi's and Wranglers. And specifically, we really look for the vintage ones. It's just going to be, I think that's what we're comfortable with.
And that's what we find here. We don't find much of any, I've watched some of the channels where they talk about, the brands you really need to look for that sell really fast. They're not in our neck of the woods. Mm-mm. They're, here in East Tennessee, in a small town, we just don't find that kind of stuff. I mean, some of that stuff, I've never seen some of those brands in my life in this area. Mm-hmm. And, one of the brands was Patagonia. We found one. I found another one, but they wanted, I think, $25 for something. And, it was only going to sell for like $75. So, I didn't feel comfortable buying that yet without enough experience in clothes. But it's just, this is what we find, and that's what we're going to have to go. The lower end of the clothing spectrum. And she ran off to take care of get the lights to come back on.
Our lights went off. But yeah, and we're trying to, source pretty cheap. So, that's the name of the game for us. You pay as little as you possibly can to make $10, $15, $20. And we're good with that. We're good.
Do you want to tell them what you did order tonight?
Oh. And I've done this before, but I'm not sure how many of you have heard of the Goodwill Blue Box. They do mystery boxes where, some of them are vintage clothes or Legos or jewelry, but they do a Plush mystery box, and you pay $20 for the box and $5 shipping. So I did get online tonight, and I've ordered 4 boxes. So when they get here, I'm going to try to do a reveal I'm going to just open up the boxes and see what we find and see what we got. Hopefully there'll be more treasures than trash, because I've done this before and I got some really good things, but there's a lot of plush that's been obviously used by dogs or stuff like that.
It was worth the money though.
It was worth the money, but it just was something I wanted to show you guys. what you can do, especially when yard sale season's over and you're not in an area where you can go to lots of thrift stores. There are other things available.
And they have bales of clothes, which
Mm-hmm.
400. It was like $350 to $400 for a, was it 3 foot by 4 foot by 5 foot bale of clothes, and they said it was a lot of it would be in the salvage category. So I'm not sure how many clothes are in there, but if we can ever get a hold of one of those near us, we'll have to try that and see what's in there.
All right, you're gonna make the video long.
So
I found this at a yard sale. I just thought it was cute. It's called Wood Knot, and it's a wooden necktie. I couldn't find anything like it on eBay. So somebody originally paid $20 for it. So I might go ahead and try to list it for $20 and see what happens. But it's just probably something that would be fun to talk about and wear. So, and it had its box and its instructions. So I thought that was pretty cool. I did pick up a few things at an estate sale last weekend. I just loved this. Look at this scene on this cup. I paid $1. Actually, I think I paid 50 cents. It was half price day. So I'm hoping to list it for about 10. If it's not worth anything, then I have a booth that I will put it in. I did pick this up for $1 at a yard sale. Just, I'm hoping it's probably $10 to $12. And then I think I paid about $1 each for these. I think I've got one more somewhere. But just very cute novelty type mugs. They were made by, yeah, and they were vintage. Bergschrund, Seattle, 1987. So I'm hoping I may do a lot for like $15 or something. I always pick up new in the box games. Did you scan this one? I don't know if we did.
I don't remember that one. You got that without me.
Oh, yeah, I paid $1.50 for it, but surely I can get, oh, he's going to scan it while I move on. And then I paid, I want to say $2 for this. My sister also sells on eBay, and she does a whole lot of like dishes type stuff. And this I noticed was Homer Laughlin, and it's something that I know she always looks for, and it was dated 1996, and it's just a novelty type napkin holder. I saw a lot of them, like different colors that were selling for in the $30, $40, $50, but I did see somebody had sold this blue one like this for $20. But again, I think I only paid $1 or $2 for it.
20 to 30.
Oh, so my game is worth 20 to 30, so that's very good. Last couple of things. I did pick up some Tupperware. I just thought this was unique color. It is really dirty, but there are actually 4 pieces of the stacking Tupperware. I saw somebody had sold 5-piece set for about $50. I'm not sure. This one seems to have gotten some like abrasions and stuff, but I'm hoping to at least list these 4 for maybe $30. And I paid, I want to say $5 for the set. You picked this up, right?
Yeah. It's
Some kind of
It's a
chopper. But it looks like it's a German brand or something. Zylas or I don't know. But
I think it was $1 or $2 maybe, and they sell for 15 to 20, I think.
and then
It's been a week, so
yeah, it's been a week.
things are fuzzy in the brain.
All right, and then there's some more pieces to this, but I've been talking on a lot of my what solds about we're buying appliances, small appliances, and then we're selling the parts. You picked this up. It's a food processor, and it's got some more pieces over there, and the booklet and a few blades and everything. We'll more than likely take this and split it up. I do need to do research on the blades. I know I've seen others recently talking about some of the blades are recalled. So I'll double check with this one before I list it. And I may not list the blade just because I don't want to run the risk of getting, having any problems with eBay on something that's could have potentially been recalled. All right. Oh, you bought this. What was it?
Metal box.
Metal box. He paid $3 for it. I think this was supposed to be in the next what sold.
This one.
Oh.
It was last week's.
All
And
right.
as rough a shape as it is, it was like $20 or $25.
Mm-hmm. So, see, this is why I told you guys he looks for the oddball stuff. Where me, I'm the kitchen stuff and of course toys and stuff like that. He goes off and finds stuff like this. I did go to a neighborhood sale, and this is one of the first things I saw. This is a pizza oven. It's called Pizzazz by Presto. I paid $3 for it, and there's some that sold that are like $50, but it's free shipping. So I'm thinking probably $20 to $25 for this. Although we may have to test this to make sure. We'll cook a pizza or two in it before we ever get it listed, just to see how it works. Let's grab this. A few more pieces of Tupperware. I think I paid $1 each for them. And then I found this baggie at the same yard sale because I wasn't going to buy them at first, but it does have the little handles for this. I didn't comp them. I've sold these before, the little lunch boxes, so I'm hoping definitely more than my $2 on these. All right, I hope you've gotten some ideas of things to look for. I'll get this released probably in the next week or so, but we'll get the comps put up here. You know, sometimes some of these might be flops and sometimes they might be worth a whole lot more than I said. But this is the fun part, is the sourcing part. And so for the next week, I get to do the not so fun part of taking the pictures and all of that stuff. All right, I've got another video I'll try to get done tomorrow on stuff that we picked up this weekend, and then I've got to get working on my what solds for this past week. It was a good week. Today's been a great day in sales also, so you know it's starting to pick up. I hope it is for all of you too. All right,